So first, I want to welcome you all Elementors to our first live webinar. And I'm Ben, CMO of Elementor. Today, I'm joined by one of our lead designers, Bogdan Fishbein. Now, you might have seen some of his awesome speed art videos where he magically combines Photoshop and Elementor to create truly one-of-a-kind pages. Hi, Bogdan.
Hey, guys. Hey.
So sadly, we have only one microphone, so I'll be doing most of the talking, but that's actually good because that will allow the magical hands of Bogdan to work. Today, we're going to go step by step through a new, faster process of creating a page using blocks. Blocks is a new feature of Elementor 2.0 that is currently in beta. What blocks are pre-designed section templates that introduce a flexible page building process. So if you think about it, working with templates is great. You get a full page, but sometimes it doesn't match the exact need that you want. And to do all the customization for a well-developed and well-established template is somewhat difficult. Blocks are much more simple, more independent, and allow for a flexible and dynamic process that you can drag. And as you'll see, you can start with a prototype, a basic design, and then customize it and make it unique. So, I see there was our first technical issue. So you should be forgiving because it's our first webinar. So we'll be posting to Facebook the updated live address momentarily, and then we might be seeing, I see people are starting to stack up here. So we'll give it one more minute or two. So actually, this blocks feature is pretty cool. We're starting out with about 250 blocks that we're introducing on a variety of categories. So we categorized about 15 of the most popular sections people need, from call to action, FAQs, services, hero headers, everything you need to create any kind of page. And that's, of course, just the start. We'll be adding more blocks as we go along. So it's really easy for beginners. Instead of trying to tinker with a template and understanding how to drag it, and sometimes it doesn't fit, they can choose any block, add it to the page, and mix and match any type of blocks. Blocks come now as light or dark colored. So pick one that fits your website and start designing and customizing it. For professional designers, it's also very helpful because it can improve their workflow. Instead of starting from scratch, they quickly prototype, create a page within minutes, and then customize, make it their own, and reuse them again and again in their projects. So I think it's a good time to start right now. Bogdan will be showing you how to create this page, and I will follow along and try to explain what he does. So we will start by, just a second, Bogdan. What you're seeing now is the new blocks menu. So you see what Bogdan did is click on Add Template, then chose the Blocks tab. And here you have a wide range of categories. If you go to Hero, it filters through all the hero blocks. We can see what we think is best, browse around, and insert it. And you see all the elements of the block. Then we can change things, but first let's add all the other blocks as well. So we have a hero at the top, a services section below that. So this was the services that we wanted. Hello WordPress zone. And our final section is call to action. So you see here there's a huge variety for you to choose from. Now you see that without any problem, all of the sections are standalone and they work well with each other because they're so simple and easy to use. Now we're going to start doing the customization. Bogdan already removed the background image, and now we'll be tinkering with the gradient background. And this is the background that we created in advance. Bogdan is changing the opacity to get it to mix with the background color. So the business that we've invented is called the beard trimmer, and this is a business for hairstyle. And I think it's so much easier that the typography is set and the layout is set. You don't have to hassle with everything just to make it look decent. You can go on and customize it to more unique font family and setting. Of course, all the padding and margins are also done. The only thing that we sometimes do in the process of designing the blocks is changing maybe the ratio, increasing margin or padding, but we will usually stick to the same initial ratio. So we see that the hero header, the first hero, which is the most important part of the page because it's what people see the most, that it's a 2-column layout that we chose. Now Bogdan is creating the link with an underline link effect that will change on hover. Instead of the video, we still don't have a video for this business, so we'll use an image. And we will do a sort of cool effect here, which is the use of Z-index. So if you're not familiar, I invite you to go to the documentation because we won't have time to explain it. But basically, it sets which layer is on the front and which is on the back. And using minus margin, we can actually get a nice effect where the title is in the front of the makeup. Is that makeup or
It's like
wax?
Yeah, or something like that.
Beard wax, let's call it that. So this gives it a nice effect out of the box. Yeah.
Finished.
Header is finished. Look, how much time was that? Can someone did someone time it? That was fast. So welcome to everyone joining. I see already 100 people are watching, which is nice.
Hey guys.
So hi everyone, also from Bogdan here.
Okay, next one.
Next, services. Of course, because we are starting with blocks, which are very simple and black and white, light and dark. So we are customizing them and using adding colors. And it's really easy that we start off with something very simple and then do the customization according to our website colors.
Here going something very interesting. How we can combine gradient.
Yeah, so now we are setting the black and white image, and now we're going to show a nice effect where the image is on the background and we add a background overlay, which is a gradient of white, but the top of which is with an overlay. So
Like you see, you don't have the problem with bottom.
yeah, you can see it that you don't have the image is visible only on the top, and it gives it a nice shining effect, which is very unique in this for this page. Now we're going to continue to customize this section, and I see people started posting questions, and that's fine. We will have a Q&A session later. We just want to finish this tutorial so people can start using the blocks feature of Elementor once it's out. Currently it's in beta, so everyone can go and test it on your dev sites. And you see that the block, the services section, already comes with a nice shadow and a nice feature for the hover shadow of each of the columns. And this just states that it's not, blocks are not like too simplistic not to be beautiful, but we are taking what is initially in the blocks and taking it to the next step and customizing it to fit this page. So Bogdan is now editing the column and adding some a hover effect of a thin line, a thin red line that appears on hover, also accentuating a bit the drop shadow. And now
I just duplicate,
Yeah.
so it will look the same.
he duplicated the columns so they get the same effect without having to recreate it. Now we need to
Make a space.
play around a bit with the space. Using blocks, you're still going to do some customization and changes, but having that initial setup really helps working fast, as you can see. This is a great tool for professional designers to scale up their work and move faster and more efficient, of course. So I see the same theme of red repeats in the title.
Yeah, it's my mistake. I forgot to.
Yeah, and colors is also always important. I mean, we start off with simple black and white blocks, and this is for prototyping and getting you the right start. But I do recommend you use bold colors and interesting colors on your designs, because you see the effect that it gives to the whole page.
Yeah.
Second section done.
Finish.
It looks great. Okay. So the third section of our hairstyling landing page is the call to action section. Now this is going to you're going to do a total transformation to this part, right?
Yes, because we don't have a white version, so I need to a little bit change colors and
So-
change the images.
So most of the blocks do have a light and dark versions, but not all of the blocks. In this case, we don't have a light version. So what Bogdan is going to do is reverse all the colors. So
And white, yeah.
So the white title will be dark and vice versa. And we're going to show a really cool double hover effect here, which is nice. So you see the image already has a hover grow effect. So now we're fixing the titles. And if you're using typography, usually a good rule of thumb is to repeat the same families throughout the titles and text elements, or at least fonts that are aligned well together. We see the same red repeating in the button border. Yeah, now we did a nice hover effect for the button.
Okay, now we play with, like you see, we have animation or call to action, but now we're working with background animation. It's really
Yeah, so what we will do in this section is combine the image animation, grow animation, with a background animation. Two separate animations that will work together to create a really nice effect. So now Bogdan is going to the section settings, and under background type, use this image right here of all the barbershop tools.
here we will center.
We start with the position of center, and this aligns the image to the center of the section.
Also, we're doing background overlay.
Yeah. On top of this, we put a background overlay to sort of add a haze effect to the image of the background. This also puts the image on the front, of course, in focus. So we are adding on hover, we're adding another image, which is actually the same image. And this will allow us to do this effect. The position now is center right. And this means when Bogdan will hover over this section, two things will occur. The growth of the image will be present, and the background itself will move to the left. So
one more, we do one more animation with background overlay, what giving
Yeah.
white space.
we'll add another effect on hover, which is another background overlay effect, which will add another haze. You see, he goes now to hover and add another white effect, now with a different opacity. So on hover, you see three things happening. Three animations happening at the same time. The main image pops out and grows. The background sways to the left, and all the image on the background kind of hazes. So when we hover over it, it really looks like something is happening. And that small interaction that took us 2 minutes to make does all the difference between something that looks nice to.
Each time we lose on this side.
So tell us, users, how long did it take us to create a complete full page using blocks?
This is really fast.
I think now we're about 15 minutes in our short tutorial, and it really emphasizes the effects. We'll be doing a lot of more tutorials and guides how to use blocks, because we believe it's a great tool. It's a new feature of Elementor 2.0 beta, and I think now it's a good time that you can ask us any questions, and we'll go over the question that you posed us. And let's look. Okay, so Mick Kosila, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, says, "Hi guys, when will you start supporting landscape view on tablets or provide proper instruction how to implement that? There are a lot of us who are not so talented with coding." Well, it's true now that for tablet landscape, you can use custom CSS. Currently we offer 3 breakpoints in our editor. We might be changing it in the future, but currently we think this is enough for most of the screens. So keep updated. We might change it or add in the future. I don't have any information on that. Upload too much different. So this is Lara says upload too much differences fonts could be a problem for load time. What do you think, guys? Well, I would say that the Google fonts that you get initially inside Elementor should be enough for most of your projects. Because I think now it's over 800 different fonts. And as you've seen in this tutorial, we used only yeah. If you have, I would recommend if you have specific fonts that you like, use them. They shouldn't, I mean, adding a new font doesn't influence the page speed. We got that question, and it's just, it doesn't influence page speed. It's the smallest file that is uploaded and a small request, another request to the server. So it's really not substantial, and you shouldn't worry about it. It's really fine. Hi guys, with Elementor, is it possible to create a magazine website? This is Moises. We have people from all over the world, so that makes me proud, but I'm sorry I can't pronounce possibly the names. Yeah, magazine websites, that's definitely possible. We even created a tutorial explaining just how to use how to create a magazine website with a theme called ColorMag. So check that tutorial out, and yeah. Hello, will you demo the header footer? We will not demo it yet, but it's coming soon. That's Bad Cat Design. Okay. Wait, let's see.
Something on the bot. I have some questions. Yeah.
When we will have a pop-up in the element, this will also come up in the future. I don't have an ETA. How to integrate Elementor with Gutenberg? Well, Gutenberg is not out inside the core. Once it's out, we'll have more clear ideas, but we're already preparing, and blocks. Gutenberg will also have blocks. This has all been created to enable in the future compatibility, maximum compatibility for the user. Will it be possible to not load the images with the blocks? Actually, no. When you upload the blocks, it comes with the image, but you've seen in this tutorial how easy it is to quickly customize it. So I don't know. The images have all been tiny, then made small, so it shouldn't have any effect. We didn't show it, but maybe now is a good time that all the blocks are also mobile responsive. So
well, I can to build it for you if we have time.
Yeah,
maybe it's not long so time, so I can show it how it's we can build it in mobile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's check out a few more comments in the meantime. What is the transition speed you used for the smooth feel? I think what they mean is the transition that you did for the grow effect. I think it was 2, if I'm not mistaken. The transition that you set for the movement of the...
two.
It was 2.
Yeah.
Can we have a copy of this template once you're finished, guys? Well, before we release a template, that's important for you to know. There are a lot of tests and reassurances that we have to run to make sure that everything is aligned and there are no issues. So it takes a little time, but usually we do release them eventually. What's this little dynamic button on image corner top right? Okay, that's a good question, and I'm glad that people are they have a good eye for details. So this is a feature of Elementor Pro 2.0, but it's still, we're going to release a a post about it, and we're going to talk about it, and there's going to be a beta soon. So I think it's too soon to talk about that, but I have to tell you, it's a great new feature, and it will wow you. And we might even have some sort of sneak coming up for it. And you can, of course, imagine what it might be. I would love to hear your guesses.
Yeah.
In the in Yeah, you've finished. Okay, while I'm talking, if you noticed, then Bogdan moved to mobile view and started customizing everything. You can create a totally different alignment and style for mobile devices. Yeah, and it looks perfect. And all the blocks themselves, once you insert them, they are pre-built mobile responsive, so you can start using them and customize them, and they will look great. I see a lot of new questions, so let's see. When is version 2 coming? I don't have an ETA yet, but we're very advanced into going to release Elementor Pro beta, so good things are coming, so please be patient. Will we... okay, that's an important question that someone asked. Will we be able to create our own blocks on a new tab? This will not be... I mean, there might be changes for this in the future, but currently, what you do after you... maybe you can show it, Bogdan. After you create your section, you can actually save the section. No, save the section that you create.
Yeah, you can save it.
You can save it as a section to the library. Okay, you give it a name and you save it, then you can reuse it on any project. Yeah, it's the same as blocks. Then it will appear when you go to a template and you go to my templates, you will see, and you'll be able to use them. If you use the template, just a second. If you use the template widget, then you'll actually be able to choose that template that you just saved and use it wherever you want on your website. What's great about that, if you change your template at one time, at one place, it will change the entire area of the entire sections throughout your site. So if you put like a banner and you place it throughout your entire site, you change it in one area and it changes throughout your site, which is cool. In the upcoming Elementor 2.0, in regards to custom post and custom fields integration, can we expect to be able to dynamically load data into most of the elements? Yes, that's the question. That's the answer to that. It will take time. I mean, all the integrations to ACF and other features, it will take time. So the beta that we will release will be a long beta where we will take your feedback and improve it and do all the changes that are needed, but it's going to be awesome. Why did you choose not to have the alt on image carousel widget? I mean, I don't have an answer to that. The only answer is for the newer widget that we've introduced, media carousel, that actually can serve as an image carousel. We do have the alt that can appear on top of the image. Will Elementor be using CSS Grid in the future? I don't have an answer to that. I can check and return in the future. Will you put and apply to all section columns when you add a single animation? It is so tedious to add it in every column or section. Regarding animation, I'm not sure. In any case, I wouldn't recommend like using animation on each and every section and column. I've seen some of those websites and they're kind of hideous. Animation should be used thoughtfully and with regards to with planning and not overuse it. Where can I get one of those sick-ass Elementor shirts? Yeah, we might have a competition in the future. I don't know. Currently, only employees have them, and a few others. But maybe in WordCamps that we will be present at, we will share them. Will my templates get a preview? I know that's an issue, and I know many people want a preview, but there are some technical issues with that, but we might add it in the future. We are aware of that. Hello, Ben. Say something about the theme builder. What can we expect? Well, I think it's too early to share right now exactly what is planned, but I can tell you that there's a lot of functionality waiting to happen, and it will solve a lot of the issues that users face today with WordPress. Will you have a better way to organize our own saved section that we've created in the library in the future, like in organized folders? Well, we keep improving the way you filter and search through templates. We recently added filters and search. So we're constantly thinking about how to improve it. We are aware that it's an issue, so you should expect improvements already with blocks. You can see the drop down that we've added, and yeah, there will be improvements there. What is the ETA for blocks? Again, I don't have a specific ETA, but the blocks will be kind of soon. It will be sooner, a lot sooner than the Pro 2.0 release. Can we also have images for templates, like theme images? I'm not sure if I understand what that question means, but if you mean like featured image, then yes, this will be in Elementor 2.0. Will you add a video portfolio widget in the future? Right now you have to post a portfolio, but I don't see an option to showcase my video per category. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, we might have that. I think we're about 35 minutes into this webinar. And Bogdan, do you want to say something?
Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like it, and in future we can do more and more.
Yeah, thank you. We'd love to get your feedback after this webinar. I hope you've enjoyed it. For us, it's very important to keep this community growing and keep the communication lines open with you. So now Elementor has 600,000 active installs. We're not even 2 years in the market. So we're thrilled about this growth, and we're thrilled that people enjoy our product. We can promise that we're going to do our best to help you and give you tutorials. And I see people are asking if you have a portfolio site. So yeah, we might post it if you want his dribble. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. Until next time, this is Ben from Elementor.
Bogdan Fishbane.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.